Do you know the difference between a testamentary trust and a living trust? Hi, I'm Marvin, your professional estate planner. Today we're going to talk about the differences between a testamentary trust and a living trust. But first and foremost, what is a testamentary trust? A testamentary trust is a trust set up within a will. So what are the differences between these two trusts? The first difference is the testamentary trust will take effect upon the death of the testator, the person who creates the will. And as for a living trust, it will take effect even during the lifetime of the settlor, and that is why they call it the living trust. So for the testamentary trust, upon the demise of the testator, the trust will take effect once the probate process is being completed. That means when the testator passes away, because he has written the will will need to go through the probate process. And once the probate is being granted, then only the testamentary trust can be executed. Whereas for a living trust, the settlor can enjoy the benefits of the living trust. For example, he has set up this trust to take care of himself during his old age, and also of course he will be taking care of his children as well. So upon him reaching certain age, which has been stated in the trust deed, at that age he will be able to receive the proceeds from the trust. So that is the first difference between a testamentary trust and a living trust. And number two, for the assets in the will and in the testamentary trust, those assets are subjected to creditors. So the executor first, once the probate is being granted, must start to pay the creditors first, and then only the trust can be executed to distribute the assets. Whereas for a living trust, for example an insurance trust or cash trust, that trust is creditor and bankruptcy proof, provided that it is an irrevocable trust and has been created more than 5 years. And the third difference between a testamentary trust and a living trust is those assets that are placed in a trust. For the testamentary trust, it need not be any transfer of title or ownership. That means the person or the testator will only need to write his assets in the will, list it down and how he wants to distribute it in his trust, and that's it. There will no need to be any transfer. Whereas for a living trust, if we would like to transfer our property into the trust so that the property will fund the trust, or even for insurance policies or even for cash, we will need to do the actual transfer of the ownership of the property or the cash or even the policies into the trust. And during this process, the transfer will take certain cost, so it will incur additional cost. And whereas for a testamentary trust, it will not incur any additional cost for the transfer to take place. So those are the three differences between a testamentary trust and a living trust, and it is important to know which one is suitable for us, and that is why we need to seek professional estate planning advice. There you go. If you find this video helpful, please help to like and share, and I'll see you next time.